Hey, so welcome to episode 7 of the Try and Scotsman podcast. This one, I promise you, it is going to be really short because I genuinely don't really have that much to talk about this week. I do want to just quickly remind people of the BT affiliate offer. The link will be in the show notes again as before. And you can get up to £25 off your entire shop. And that also now includes a discount for the Xbox Series X with the Razer headset bundle. Any other details I will post on Twitter and stuff. The trial is coming to an end, so I'm just waiting to hear back if it's going to continue or if they're going to maybe take away some findings and then come back with a revamped version. So again, anything that I can inform you about, then I will. But yeah, so obviously I haven't streamed for a while as a combination of just choosing not to and work. And I've kind of, I don't know, I've kind of felt a bit lost, a bit of a loose end, really. Not quite sure how to fully fill my time. I've been sleeping a lot more than when I can get to sleep, I've been sleeping a lot more. The heat that we've had up until like the past 2 nights where the temperatures dropped massively. It was just a struggle trying to get to sleep in the heat. And then I think obviously the elements of dehydration and shit as well. So I just not been feeling great. And obviously I was still kind of getting over shingles. I've still got some of the marks on my chest from that, so I don't know if it's fully left my system. But yeah, so it's just been a bit weird, kind of like massive chunks of my sort of routine don't exist right now. Like I genuinely cannot face streaming. I'm struggling to even find time or desire really to spend time on Twitch as a viewer. I was on it briefly. Like I normally lurk, and then I just keep the tabs there, and I'm doing my other stuff. So I've always got Twitch tabs on. And sometimes I'll pop in and chat for a bit, maybe at the start of someone's stream, and then I go quiet while I'm doing whatever. Yesterday I did something a bit different because I've been wanting to, get into The Sims like proper for a long time, and I streamed it a few months back, and I really enjoyed that. It brought in some new people, but it was like a different vibe, and I enjoyed it. But then I found it quite daunting because most people that stream The Sims are Sim streamers. Because really, it isn't a pick up and play game, to be fair. And so I've been trying to work on some ideas for this, and I think if I do stream it, it'll be on YouTube. But mainly because the content I want to do is for YouTube. Like I've got a few ideas. I haven't properly gotten into creating a sim, and I'm shit at building. So to start off with, I've been using builds from other creators that have shared them. Obviously, it's limited, and this is a thing I struggled with because I've been trying to do a bit of research on, what kind of content that people like watching on YouTube, and you've got a lot of lingo that I'm not fully clued up on. like inside jargon and shit. And then you've got like all these challenges I see people doing, and it was weird because almost every creator I found on The Sims is female or female presenting, which I'm like, okay, do not many guys do this? Like, is there some, like, is there something there, or is it just that the sort of top results when searching this, it just happens to be females because, you know, have they been doing it longer or whatever? But then, so yesterday I discovered through Sims 4 and Scotland tag on Twitch, I found a guy who was celebrating his 1 year streamversary on Twitch. And I lurked for a bit just to kind of get a vibe. His bio said like he's I think, was it born in New Zealand but living in Scotland. So I was listening to try to figure out accent, but yeah, at some points like he sounded a bit Irish. But yeah, there was no Kiwi in the accent at all. But it was pretty cool. He was doing the 100 Baby Challenge. I think he was on about 83. So I was asking some questions, but then like his chat started picking up with more regular viewers of his. So I kind of went quiet then because I didn't want to kind of sort of ruin the moment, because I don't know how long these people had been in his life in terms of the 1 year journey. So yeah, I piped down then. Not that I was nagging or anything. It was just there was a couple of things that I saw him do or that he mentioned, and I kind of inquired more. So yeah, obviously there's a lot to kind of wrap my head around, but I think I've got a bit of a plan. What I've started doing is I've kind of mishmashed different people's creations. So they might have created like a set of characters, but some of them I'm like, they don't really look like the characters. So I've kind of deleted them and then imported someone else's characters and deleted the ones that I've already got, that I think the initial one's better and whatnot. So I'm trying to like merge these families and stuff together, but I don't want to kind of ruin it, because it's like I think I want to kind of keep it as a surprise, like the types of characters and that I've got, but also I don't want to say anything just because I don't know what I'm gonna do with a lot of them yet. Like a couple of them I've got ideas, but whether or not they change, and I also need to kind of figure out the format. Like, am I gonna flick from house to house, or is it gonna be, you know, a video per household, or like obviously there'll be times where they'll probably mingle. Like there's been times when I've been kind of trying it all out as I'm kind of setting up the world, and they've like wandered into these other neighborhoods and see them and stuff, and my other ones have interacted with them. But yeah, some of the I guess plots, I think there's a lot I can do with them. Others I need to put a lot more thought into how to kind of make them stand out, and basically try to figure out like a tone and a reason for people to actually come and watch. Like, out of all the other Sims creators, why come and watch me, a complete noob who sucks at building? But that's something I do want to spend time. Like, for one of the ideas I had, I was actually looking at plans for the house that was used. And I started building it, and then I kind of got annoyed because I just couldn't do what I wanted. Or it just I'm one of those people. If it's not easy straight away, I want to be good at it straight away. If I'm not good at it straight away, I give up. Which makes me wonder why I do anything really. But anyway, so I'm hoping to get some kind of content out this week, even if it's just like a short preview, or maybe like if I can whack together a trailer or something. But we'll see. I do have quite a number of games that are building up in my list of things I've got to cover, so I think I'm going to have to shuffle some stuff around. I don't have to worry about Hitman stuff for a good few months, but I don't want to like neglect that and then find myself in a drought. I've still got thumbnails I've got to sort out and get the descriptions and all that updated on them. But there are things that I can kind of do without setting too much time aside for it. So I'm trying to focus on the things that I need either, a quiet house for, or like, because some of the videos I'm going to be doing, I'll be talking through. Others I won't. And it's like trying to find, because the games I typically won't be talking through are the more sort of my brain switches off, because like I did A Winter's Daydream, which is just press X to progress the dialogue, and that's hours of doing that. I split that over several days because my brain wasn't engaged, and I guess on top of the fact that I wasn't feeling well and stuff, I felt so exhausted just doing that. There was nothing, like, obviously there's no action, there's nothing to kind of like energize me or anything like that. And a lot of the games that I'm going to be doing no dialogue through are an interactive story in some capacity. Obviously, A Winter's Daydream wasn't terribly interactive. It was just press X. I could have had it auto skip the auto play the dialogue fully, but that disabled the trophies, and because it was my first playthrough of it, I'm like, well, it's kind of pointless doing it twice. So yeah, but I do have a few other interactive stories. I've got some that are a bit more like, I kind of want to do the Vampire the Masquerade ones, and there's a bit more to them, where like once you get past the sort of opening kind of tutorial, if you want to call it that, there's different things you've got to think about, and thankfully the dialogue's not too, it's heavy but not too I don't know the right word. Like, again, with Winter's Daydream and other sort of Japanese interactive novel kind of things, there's a lot of dialogue that I'm like, does that even need to be here? Because some of it is pretty repetitive, and some of it I'm just like, obviously I'm assuming it's just direct translation, and I think for some things where it could be quite short and succinct for the Japanese language, to convert that into English, it's a lot wordier, when really you could just be like, right, well, let's rework the whole thing, but then to regionalize it for so many different territories, I'm guessing it's just easier doing the way they do it, which, fair enough. But yeah, some of the dialogue, I'm just like, why is that here? That's not, that doesn't work. Just cut to the fucking chase. So yeah, so obviously The Sims, expect to see, like, I have been tweeting quite a bit about it, and stuff, and I've been spending quite a bit of time on it. I am, because I've been doing it on controller, and I know obviously that's not great, but that's the other thing that I think almost every creator I've checked out, or like, you know, YouTube video things, articles and stuff, it all pertains to PC. So I am going to try and dabble with using a keyboard and mouse on my PS5, just to see how that goes. I'm hoping it makes life a lot easier, but yeah, it's just, I haven't got all the packs. I've got the majority now. So I do plan on investing a lot of time. I wanna eventually be able to just do like a 10-minute video of me building a house. And then perhaps use community ideas, so people, you know, you can drop me a comment and give me an idea for the next thing you want me to try, or like a challenge you would like me to do. Obviously, I might need to disappoint some people, because if I get a ton of requests, I'll need, you know, obviously I don't have time and I've got all these other things to do. So I might need to kind of figure out a way of doing it. Perhaps like if I have like a point system, maybe. So kind of build it like a redemption. Or I suppose I could do it as like a very basic sort of commission kind of thing. So like if you, I don't know, just a throwaway spitballing idea here, but if you tip $1 or £1, then I'll do like something quick and easy, like maybe you know, make a basic sim based on your instructions. If you want something a bit more in depth, maybe charge a $5 for that. If you want me to do like an elaborate house build, then I don't know, 10, 15, something like that. Because obviously, you know, if there's some kind of weighted bartering system, obviously not everyone is going to be like, oh well, yeah, that's worth that. So do you know what I mean? I'm not going to get fucking swamped with ideas, is what I'm trying to say. We'll probably get none, because obviously money again is just such a stress for everyone right now. Based on how the last episode went, I wanna like not really do any heavy hitting topics. So obviously the Roe versus Wade and a few other things that have broke the news in the past week. I'm not ignoring them. Obviously I'm quite vocal in my support for women's bodily autonomy. And obviously, you know, if you read my tweets, you'll know where I stand on things. But I think last week there wasn't much lightheartedness to it, so I don't want to have this week. And again, I'm not, like, I could go on hours if I talk about that, and this is meant to be a short one to make up for the fact that I said the last one was going to be a short one, and obviously it wasn't. It was my longest one I've ever done. So yeah. So I'm trying to think, what else have I got going on? So this week I'm working Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So, and I think I finish at 9, so I'm probably not going to get much time to get much content done. I might try and do like my thumbnails and stuff. on those days, because there are things I can do like when I'm on break, and like or obviously like in the morning before I start, or if I'm up early, or in the night or something like that. They're quick and easy. They don't really rely on me being able to just set aside specific time. Like I'll be sat at the desk anyway, so it makes no odds. But yeah, so obviously I need to just try to prioritize games. After I record this, I'm gonna try and do Giza Swatch. What I might need to do, because some of the games I think are a bit longer, so they're not like quick and easy platinums. So what I might do is like maybe the first 30 minutes of the game or the first hour, depends. And like one of the games, I think I might do the first half hour, because it seems like it's going to be one I think that I could probably lose a lot of time on, if I don't monitor that. So I think you'll see what I mean. I'm hoping I'm right on this. Like I haven't watched too much about this game, but I've seen someone play it on PC when it was on Kickstarter, and if it hasn't lost anything in the port, then I think it's something that I could easily be quite addicted to. I've had keys for the Lawn Mowing Simulator DLC. I had 2 DLC packs for that. They're on Xbox, so I'm going to have to swap over and do that. What I'm torn about with that is, do I do a stream? Because I've noticed that even when I'm playing it just offline, like I had a quick go on it when I saw it on Game Pass, and I just looking away from the screen briefly, and I fuck up. I damage this poor person's yard. So I think streaming it might not be brilliant, but then I don't know if I do a commentary or if I just put some lo-fi beats on and just mow some lawns and run my business. I also wanted to go back and do Bus Wankers, and maybe restart that and do it as a YouTube thing as well. But again, it's just finding the time. And I've put so much time into Bus Simulator already. I'm kind of like, do I want to start again? Because I think I'm about just over halfway through the missions for the game. I haven't done any of the free roaming to get like the collectibles and stuff. I've got no idea where to begin there. And yeah, I have a lot I've got to consider. But I think today and hopefully tomorrow, like I've got my coffee and I've got a can of moose juice next to me. Again, because I don't really plug them enough, I don't think. Like I have a timer on my stream, but Muscle Moose, you can get 25% off. They do ship internationally. I'm not too sure what countries are exempt, but again, it's in my link tree, and I'll chuck the link specifically in the show notes. But you can get 25% off your order with them. I don't believe there's a minimum value. It's just literally 25% off whatever. Obviously, there may be minimum number of like minimum value for certain shipping options and stuff like that. But I absolutely love Moose Juice. It's probably the best. So actually, quick backstory. So the reason I started drinking Moose Juice, and it does sound like I'm talking about the ejaculate from a moose, but it's an energy drink. And I started drinking it when I first started keto, because all other energy drinks, they contain sugars or aspartame, and various other shite that is not good for keto. Whereas with this, with Moose Juice, the ingredients were incredibly keto friendly. And I gotta be honest, they don't taste like your standard energy drinks. You know, like obviously if you have Red Bull or any other similar kind of energy drink, when you first pop them open, the smell hits you, and they all smell identical. They might taste very different, but that initial smell, you're just like, fuck. With these, it's hard to describe, but literally they smell like they taste. So you don't get hit with that initial flood of whatever that Red Bully kind of smell is. So at least then it does feel different. Do you know what I mean? But I like their brand anyway, because they've got a good sort of humor behind it. Like, you know, there's protein bars and stuff, so they've got like beaver bars. The caffeine shots are lovely. The color in them, it kind of reminds me of like if you had just a load of Skittles and you left them in like milk or something, because there's like a rainbowy kind of effect with it. The tortilla chips, they're amazing. The flapjacks, and I think they've added more to the lineup since they sent me like a free gift for joining their affiliate scheme. And I've been an affiliate with them for coming up almost 3 years. Like, it wasn't long after I got affiliate with Twitch. So that'll be 3 years on January 1st next year. So yeah, be about 2.5 years roughly I've been an affiliate with Moose Juice, and I don't shout about it enough. Like, obviously when I'm streaming in that, I typically have a can every now and again. I don't drink too much of it, but obviously on days where I feel like I'm kind of flagging, I end up partaking. But no, really good. The flavors are amazing. Like the one I've got right now is the candy soda, and it tastes divine. Like initially, so I had the apple, I had the berry, and I can't remember the other one off the top of my head. So there's sort of violet color, blue, and green, and the violet color was my favorite one. Kind of reminded me of like Parma Violets, which I loved as a kid. Still do actually. Apple got added. I think Apple was added after I got affiliated with them. And then candy, I believe, is the newest one. I'm not too sure if they've got any other flavors. I haven't had a look for a little while. But yeah, definitely worth a look. And like I said, they ship internationally, because I know one of my viewers a while ago, they were in Denmark, and they ordered a crate of 12, and I believe they ordered a few more because they loved the initial crate. So it's well worth a look. And obviously you don't really see them, you know, like the typical ones for streaming and stuff are like G Fuel and Sneak and stuff like that. And I like to be different. And again, this is something that I've always said. Like I tend to look at brands that speak to me. Like if they have a similar sort of humor with what I've got, if there's any kind of similarity, because why would I want to promote things that I've got zero interest in and that I would never use myself? Like, how can I vouch for them if I don't use them? You know, I'm not gonna promote tampons because I don't use them. I never will. And really, how can I be an authority on these ones are the best? But anyway, I am digressing now, and again, we want to keep this short. So yeah, keep an eye out for updates regarding the YouTube uploads and stuff. I'm going to try and work out a schedule for the sim stuff. I might start off once a week just to kind of build my confidence. I suppose it depends on how quickly I can get videos turned around. I do have a couple Giza swatches that I've got, but I need to edit, and one of them is going to take me ages. Because again, it was another visual novel, graphic novel thing. Interactive novel, for fuck's sake, Jesus Christ. I do need that Moose Juice. And I kept getting interrupted, and it was taking a lot longer than I thought it would. So I've got like about 5 separate videos that I've got to kind of stitch together. And take out any duplicate bits or bits. And also on that game, every time a trophy unlocked, it created an error. So like this massive fucking pop-up comes up in the middle of the screen. So I need to try to edit around those. But the trouble is, obviously, I'm going to need to spend a lot of time going through it to make sure I get every single trophy, because it happens on every single one. I think what it is because my PlayStation Plus save file storage is full, not for the file size, but for the number of files. I think you can only have like 1,000 saves or something like that, and obviously I've got a ton more than that. So every time a trophy pops, it tries to create an autosave and back it up to the cloud, and of course it can't, so that's what prompts the error message. So I need to try to edit those bits out as well. So that video I'm kind of putting off because I'm not looking forward to doing that, because it's going to be a lot of effort, and my PC isn't brilliant. So obviously trying to do something as heavy duty as that is very time consuming. But anyway, I am going to leave it there. But look at me go. This is another week complete. And I'm hoping I still need to try to get some backed up. So depending on how I am for time and ideas, I might try and get another episode done this week ready for next Tuesday. And maybe just try and get two a week done, so I've always got like a bit of a buffer. But yeah, we'll see obviously how the other content that I'm planning on doing potentially impacts that as well. But yeah, in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your week, the rest of your day. Obviously depending on what time you listen to this. If you're listening on your way to work, hope you have a good day. And yeah, I will see you next Tuesday.